my god, I was really surprised today. I never thought you would be at my new job.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I never thought I'd be working at the same place as my niece.
I guess we're really destined to cross paths after all, huh?
Oh god, please no. Don't say such things.
You are so mean. Aren't you happy to be colleagues with your lovely niece?
Why would I be happy? Did you forget that you stole my husband?
Huh? Are you still holding on to the old grudge? That was over 3 years ago.
I will never forget what you did to me.
Oh, come on. Let's forget about the past. I left him a long time ago.
When I heard you got divorced, I was shocked. After stealing my husband, you dumped him in just a week.
It can't be helped. He wasn't the kind of man I hoped he'd be. Anyway, I was feeling kind of nervous at my new workplace. But I feel relieved to know that you are working there. You'll support me as my aunt, right?
Well, I can't change the fact that you were hired. I'll help you with work stuff, but nothing else. Don't contact me for anything other than work, okay?
Why not? We're relatives. Don't you love your lovely niece?
I'm not the kind enough person to be nice to a woman who stole my husband.
Whatever. You were so mean. That's why you lost your husband to your own niece.
Say whatever you want. Goodbye.
Hey, Francesca! I have something I want to ask. Is now a good time? Hey! Are you ignoring me? You were always mean to me. It's something related to work, so please respond.
Can you not message me after work? It's already past 8 in the evening. I've already gone home.
It's not just about work. It's something much more important.
What is it?
I heard you're the wife of the president.
What?
What a surprise! I thought you were a miserable single lady for life. But I heard you got remarried to the president.
Who told you about that?
I heard the managers talking about it in the women's restroom. So, I just wanted to confirm the facts.
Why do I have to reveal my personal information? Especially to someone like you, a homewrecker.
I see. If you were reacting that way, it's true that you're the president's wife, huh? How could you become the wife of the president when I'm better than you? The president is still in his 40s, right? Despite his age, he chose a miserable old lady like you.
Excuse me?
If you're the president's wife, you should be more confident, shouldn't you? Why are you trying to hide it?
I'm not trying to hide it. I know that there's only one thing on your mind.
What?
You're probably thinking about stealing the position of the president's wife.
Oh, wow. You know exactly what I'm thinking about.
After all, you mistakenly thought my ex-husband, Anthony, was the next president and stole him from me. Well, a week after the divorce was finalized, it was announced that the next president is Anthony's younger brother. When you found out that Anthony was just a regular employee, you quickly dumped him I was fooled too, you know. I was the victim. Just remembering it makes me mad. I thought I could become the president's wife, but he turned out to be completely useless. You assumed Anthony was the next president all by yourself. It's all your fault.
Shut up. So that's why it can't fail this time.
I'm going to steal your husband away from you, and this time I'm going to take the position of president's wife. That's too bad. Things won't go your way. I've already told my husband all about you.
What?
Unlike my ex-husband, he's not a cheating scumbag. No matter what you do, it's pointless.
Oh, really? Well then, challenge accepted.
If you're so confident, why don't we give it a try? Give it a try? Because of you, I've been struggling for the past 3 years. To pay the alimony you demanded, I've been working as an office worker during the day at the bar at night. It's been a really hard time for me. Well, that's what you deserved. Isn't it kinda heartless to demand compensation from a relative? After all, I'm your niece. So why don't you just give up your husband, you know? I don't care if you were my relative or not. You took my husband, so you should pay for what you did. Honestly, I don't want to consider you as my relative anymore. I never find you adorable. Ever since you were a child, you've been throwing tantrums whenever things don't go your way. Whatever. Just remember that I hold a grudge against you too. I'm going to get my revenge for what you did. Well, I'm 20 years younger than you. There's no way my plan won't work. This time, I'm going to take over the role of the president's wife. So get ready. Here we go again. Hi, Francesca. There's something that I need to tell you. What is it this time? I told you not to contact me for anything other than work, didn't I? Oh my god, you haven't noticed? What? You're so clueless. It's hilarious. I've stolen your husband. What? Just as I said, I've taken the position of the president's wife. Now, you're back to being just a dull clerk. When I made a move, the president fell for me so easily. I guess all men like young women. A month after I joined the company, I started keeping in touch with the president personally. The other day, I invited him out for a drink. And just like that. You know what I mean, right? It's already been 2 months since then. You didn't notice it at all, did you? The president seems to be really into me, to the point that he does not even care about his wife anymore. Tonight, the president is going to spend the night in my place. See? An old head can't be the president's wife for long. He prefers younger women over older ones. The president even says so himself. Oh, I see. So that means that president isn't my husband. What? My husband would never say anything like that. Of course, he wouldn't say that in front of you. But deep down, he'd rather be with a fresh young woman than an old hag. You should understand his feelings. There's no way he would stay with you in the first place. He comes home straight after work, he had dinner with me, watched the TV, took a shower, and went to bed. He must be tired from work to go to bed so early. And since tomorrow is Saturday, so he asked not to be woken up by me.
Oh yeah?
You don't seem to believe me.
Of course not. Because he's at my house right now. I'm sorry I left you all alone again. It's lonely for a middle-aged woman to live alone, isn't it?
I just told you that I'm with my husband.
You're still saying that? Stop being delusional already.
So you truly think that you're dating the president?
Yeah, I've been saying that.
I see. I don't know which president you're talking about, but if he's married, you should stop whatever you're doing. You've just finished paying off the debt that you made 3 years ago, right? And now you're doing the same thing again. Do you want to go back to debt hell for another alimony claim?
You don't need to worry about me, so relax. Last time, I mistakenly stole a worthless man. But this time, I made sure he was the real president before I took him.
A worthless man? How could you say that after what you did to me?
I thought he was the next president of the company. But he's just an ordinary office worker. I felt like I was being scammed. But now that I'm here, I'm not afraid of being sued for alimony or anything. If I can become the president's wife, a few $1,000s is nothing.
So he does have a wife this time too.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You know what?
It's a wife's fault for being cheated on.
If you wanted to keep your husband, you should have worked on yourself and tried your best not to be dumped. Why do you always want to steal someone else's husband? If you want to be the president's wife, just find a single president.
That doesn't make sense.
What?
I want to take away your man because he's your husband.
What do you mean?
It's unfair that you're the only one getting a successful man. Despite being an old hag, I can let you be happy by yourself.
What? But my ex-husband didn't fit into what you would consider a successful man, right?
I thought he was successful because he was the son of the president and he was the eldest. It was so obvious that he will be the next president.
Oh, I see.
Why didn't you tell me from the beginning that he was not going to be the next president? You made me pay alimony, and I ended up getting divorced in a week. What a waste of time and money.
I don't understand why I have to be blamed at this point. Anyway, I get that you really hate me.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Unbelievable. You don't need to compete with your aunt, who's as old as your mother.
I can't stand it when an old lady who's much older than me is having a better life than me. Well, your husband is already mine. This time, I'll become the president's wife and make you miserable. Finally, I'll steal the luxurious life from you.
Jesus Christ. I have a bad feeling about this.
Francesca! You're such a liar!
Here we are again. What is it this time?
I heard you got married while hiding your divorce status from the president.
What?
I spilled your past to the president. Then the president said, I thought I was marrying a woman who had never been married before. He got really mad. Well, That's why he decided to divorce you right away. You hid your past because you wanted to be the president's wife, right?
You are the worst. I've told my husband everything about my past.
You are lying.
He says he doesn't know. I told him everything before we got married.
You thought you did, but you didn't.
No, that's not true.
Oh, really? How sure are you?
I even told my husband about you. I showed him all the messages that you have been sending me these days. If my husband didn't know about my past, I wouldn't have been able to talk about it with him.
I still think you were lying.
I mean, you should realize it already.
Realize what?
You're making a terrible mistake.
A terrible mistake?
Everybody in the office is talking about you.
Oh, that's right. I don't care what people say or think about me. Besides, I'm intentionally flirting in the office, so it's only natural that everybody is talking about me.
I knew it.
I mean, they don't have any right to judge me. It seems you haven't officially announced the divorce yet. But the president divorced you already. Now, I'm the president's wife. I finally took the position of president's wife.
Oh God. I was hoping you'd notice when you saw my company ID. But it looks like that didn't work.
What are you talking about?
Do you know my full name?
Francesca Davis, right? And the president's last name is Miller, so...
Oh, wait. Isn't it too quick to change your surname?
Have you already changed it back to your maiden name?
No, I didn't. My maiden name is Wilson.
Oh, is that right?
I got married 2 years ago and my name changed to Davis.
What? So, your husband is...
Wait a minute. Could it be the president of the parent company? Yes, that's right. My husband is the president of the parent company.
Wait, what?
You finally noticed. So you just heard that I'm the wife of the president. You just assumed that the president of our company was my husband. You didn't check the most important thing. Which company's president is he actually the president of?
Oh my God!
Also, I will tell you this for the sake of our president's ex-wife. I'm pretty sure that she never got a divorce before.
Oh no!
But the president decided to divorce his wife because he believed what you said. If you don't want to be sued, you should correct that.
No. No way! I just married a different man by mistake. Your real husband is the president of the parent company? That means he's way wealthier than the one that I stole? That's so unfair!
You're saying that now?
Yeah. If it's a parent company and a subsidiary, the parent company definitely gets a higher salary.
That's true, but...
It's so frustrating. Your husband's annual income must be higher.
Probably.
Damn it! I thought I could beat you.
But...
Well, whatever.
Huh?
Even though it's a subsidiary, he's still the president. Considering the death hell I've been at, it's a lot better. I'll be retiring soon and becoming a housewife. I won't be seeing your face at the office anymore. It's really frustrating, but I'll leave it at this.
You're going to be a housewife?
Of course. Because I'm going to be the president's wife. My husband's earnings will be enough to live on. There's no need for me to work so hard.
If you were talking about our president, he got fired.
Fired?
It means he was dismissed.
Why? What do you mean?
The board of directors decided that.
Why?
Well, even though he was married, he flirted with female employees and did not work during working hours. The president is supposed to be a role model for his employees, but he was violating the company's compliance policy.
Oh no.
Also, you may not know this, but Mr. Miller's ex-wife is the only daughter of the former president.
Is that so?
He became president by marrying the former president's daughter. If he leaves her, he'll have no choice but to leave the company too.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. That means he's no longer the president. Does that mean he's unemployed?
That's right. If both of you are unemployed, so you'll have to work hard to make ends meet in your small apartment.
Huh? My apartment? He owns a big mansion. We were planning to live in that mansion together.
Oh, that house is in his ex-wife's name.
What? He didn't build a house?
It seems to be his ex-wife's family home. You know what? Mr. Miller was originally just a regular employee before. But because he's married to the president's daughter, he was able to live in a mansion.
No way.
Mr. Miller must be regretting it right now. Because he had an affair with you. He lost everything at once.
No way.
Also, I think this is the most important thing. You'll have to pay the alimony for your own.
Huh? Why? His ex-wife is rich, right? If that's the case, there should be a division of property even if they divorced.
That's the thing. It turns out that Mr. Miller was using the joint savings without permission, so there was no property division either. Under such circumstances, he paid his wife alimony in one lump sum, and his savings went to nothing.
No way! What the hell? I can't pay alimony on my own.
I told you to stop, didn't I? This is what happens when you break up other people's families.
Oh my god. I'll have to go to debt again.
If you don't have any savings, that's what will happen.
So, I'll go back to living in extreme poverty? To the miserable life when you eat only canned goods every day?
Well, what you eat is your choice. But I'm sure you'll be in debt again.
I don't want to. I've worked so hard to pay off my debts and crawl up here.
Now you are back to square one. I feel sorry for you.
You feel sorry? Really? You sound like you don't care at all.
Of course, I don't care.
relatives, so help me.
You took my husband, and now you're calling me a relative?
That's a story from the past. But this time, there's nothing happened to you. That's right. Could you ask your husband to cancel my resignation? It's so depressing that I couldn't be the president's wife. But I have to work hard and pay the alimony.
Do you think you can go back to work now after having an affair with the president? Well, you're still young. Why don't you try to find a new job?
But...
Well then, goodbye.
Wait, Francesca! No! I wanted to be the president's wife. I don't want to live a poor life with an unemployed old man. Please, help me!
It seems that my niece and her husband lived together in my niece's apartment for a while. But in the end, they fought every day and divorced after a month. My niece, who had already been disowned by her parents and had nowhere to go, persistently contacted me begging me to lend her some money. But since she brought this upon herself, I have no intention of helping her. According to rumors, my niece borrowed money again to pay for the alimony. And it seems she returns to her death hell again. As for me, I am spending peaceful days with my new husband. My previous marriage didn't work out because of my niece. But thanks to that, I was able to meet my current loving husband. I hope that this time my niece will have a serious love life and find a true happiness. I wish her all the best.